What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're hopping back on the 58 Apache today. So we're gonna get the truck back on the lift and we're gonna pull these front wheels off. We're gonna see if we can get these old spindles off of here so we can replace them with our disc brake spindles. Let's get her on the lift. We got our wheels and tires off. We're gonna try to take these old spindles and drum brakes off of here. We're gonna see if we can get our disc brake conversion spindles on there. So hopefully they'll fit. First task, we gotta get these old ones off. We got this passenger side spindle off and the brake drum. Over here, I'm trying to fit up our new spindle. Pretty much we just have to get this guy in there. So once we get that guy slipped into there, we can slip our kingpin down, put our snap rings back in, and get our locking pin back in. It looks like it's gonna work. It is a really tight fit with this guy. It looks like it's gonna fit. Maybe tap her in there or something. It's looking promising so far. All right, guys, the spindle is pretty much in there. Our kingpin slid down nice and tight, no play. We just got to get our pin back in there. Might have to get a new pin because I kind of screwed up the threads getting the old one out. But I think these brake discs are going to work for us, guys. Pretty sick. Let's see if we can get the other side off before the sun goes down. All right, guys, so we got our driver's side spindle off. I took a screwdriver and got all the grease off of here. We're gonna throw our new spindle and disc brake on here, get this side in. We might possibly use this old steering linkage. Hopefully those two holes right there will line up with these holes right here. We'll check that out in a minute. And if it isn't, then we'll have to figure out our steering components if those don't line up. Hopefully they do, but if they don't, then we'll figure that out later. All right, guys, we have our whole spindle in. We got our disc brakes on. We got our snap rings on, our caps. I have these caps silicone. So right now I'm looking at our steering linkage and just figuring out how we're gonna make this thing work. These holes are lining up. Got a bolt running through, got a spacer. Caliper is touching our steering arm right there. Same over here. This guy's touching our caliper, but I feel like we might be able to make it work. Pretty much just have to find some longer bolts to get these guys to bolt up. I went to Ace Hardware and I got $22 worth of hardware. And I also went to O'Reilly's and got $23 worth of fuel strainer. Kind of crazy how expensive that is. And this, honestly, but gotta do what you gotta do. All right, guys, Oxido was kind enough to send us a jump box. We're gonna test this puppy out. I found a very bad battery. What better test for this jump box than with a bad battery? I'm not gonna run it too long because it might screw up my alternator, but we're gonna test this guy out the hardcore way. She's completely dead, so let's get our Oxido out and see what she can do. Very nice case, got a handle on it. It's like a hard soft case, if that makes any sense. So we got a user manual. Here's our jump box, pretty. We're 60%, so we got our jumpers right here. So it came with 2 chargers. We got a Type-C charger and we got a USB charger. Like I said, guys, this battery is dead as a doornail. We got our jumper right here. Looks like we also have some other charging ports. Pretty cool. You can charge your stuff. Let's try her out on this battery. All right, these guys are in. Turn this guy on, hook it up to our terminals. All right, it says ready. So I'm gonna go try to start it. All right, guys, this thing worked out pretty good. If it can jump a bad battery, it can definitely jump a dead battery. The hell's that? So she's got a light on her, got a full set of charging stations, and most importantly, a jump box. I can tell already I'm gonna use the hell out of this thing. If you guys are looking for a jump box, make sure to use promo code BYV15 to get 15% off your jump box or any of Oxito's other products. Thanks Oxito once again for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the video. We're gonna have to do some trimming right up in here because there's that greaser. We'll notch out around that little greaser right there. And this guy's hitting our caliper right here. We'll probably just take the grinder and we'll chop that guy off and we'll get that little greaser notched. I think what we have is gonna work. We got these bushing spacers in and they should tighten up good where they're at. We got the clearance we need for a caliper. She's not touching. So that guy's good on the caliper. Do the same on this side. Clearing the caliper on this side. We should be able to tighten this guy up nice and tight. The only thing we might have to do is adjust this linkage right here to align our front end a little bit better. But the only thing I am concerned about is our brake line. So our brake line goes down here on the bottom for some reason. Hopefully we have enough room to sneak that guy up and through here. Before we tighten this guy down, I think we're gonna try to get our brake lines in there, which I do have right here. These guys actually came with this brake conversion kit for the 46. So I just had these guys in storage. We're gonna try to fit these guys in there. If they fit in there good, we'll tighten this guy up and we'll test our steering out. We were able to get our brake line and our bonjo bolt in. Tight fit right there, but we got it through. The brake lines are in. I don't have them hooked up on this side yet. Just gonna leave them there for now. We got all of our steering components tightened up, except for these guys. I loosened these guys up and sprayed it with some penetrating oil. So hopefully we can bust that guy loose for when we do the alignment. Well, that's not good. I don't know how it took me so long to notice. Our leaf spring is completely snapped off right here in the rear. And that ain't no new snap. Thing's literally just hanging there. That's not attached to anything. We'll replace this leaf spring. Good thing we got a extra chassis we can steal some parts off of. And I also noticed this U-bolt on the front is also snapped off. And this one has like a billion washers on it. Looks like we're probably gonna be robbing some parts off of our 57 frame. Go check, make sure we got some good parts. Rear leaf spring. Looks good. We got a spare leaf spring right there. We got some U-bolts for our leaf spring that we can use as well. Good thing we got this extra chassis right here. Can steal parts off of that. Let's get these wheels on here, lower her down, and see how she looks. There she is with the rally wheels on the front. So we got our new wheels and tires on there. They do look a little small right now, but we'll see how it looks when we get the rear on. Once we get that 8.8 rear end in the back, we should be able to get our rally wheels in the back, which are gonna be a little bit taller of a tire. So it might sit a little bit more raked. So let me go try to steer it. Yeah guys, we got our new disc brake conversion kit on, we got our new wheels on, we got our steering working, so making some progress guys. Not a super long video, but trying to stay consistent on the videos and post more regularly for you guys. Make sure to stay tuned guys. We're gonna be swapping out this rear end here soon with this 8.8 Mustang rear end. Once we get that rear end in guys, we're gonna toss these other rally wheels on there and we should have a matching set. Make sure to stay tuned guys. We got more content coming on the 58, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.